Thousands of engineers have spent the last year of their lives working on the iPhone 15 and 15 Plus. What have they changed from the 14? That is genuinely what it looks like on the face of it. But I have to say, pick the phones up and use them, and you realize this is such a jump that no one should ever buy an iPhone 14 from this point on. Although there's also a few weird, slightly sus things going on that we need to talk about. Okay, so, I know I joke about these phones looking like basically the same thing as the iPhone 14s, but honestly, apart from the colors which are very washed out this time around, I think the iPhone 15 is an upgrade from every single angle. The frosted back feels way more luxury, and now I'd say suits the prices being charged for these phones. It's called to the touch. The finish almost feels satin like smooth matte sides. It actually feels very pro, whilst having the convenience of being highly resistant to fingerprints. You can't see them even if you try. That's partly because of these washed out colors. The front and the back now also have rounded edges, very subtle to look at. But if you ever get the chance to go into an actual Apple store and hold one of these versus last year's iPhone, you also can't not notice how much better it feels. I've recently come from the iPhone 14 Pro Max, and using this iPhone 15 Plus, it's the same screen size, but just noticeably slimmer, a massive amount, lighter, more rounded, softer to the touch. I didn't expect how much. I'd like it. It's kind of felt like when Sony releases a slim version of their PlayStations a few years after the originals. And you look back at the original after. That's out thinking, if you could come in this size, what on earth were they doing in this size? And what I was maybe most surprised to see is that this whole time I've been using the case from my iPhone 14 on my iPhone 15. Every button and cutout has worked 100 as intended. So worth a try, but that might not be the case for every iPhone 14 case. Aside from the feel, the notch has been replaced by Dynamic Island, which I think looks better and has some functional perks too, like being able to see your ongoing egg timer while looking up the rest